Howdy, howdy, ho! Welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc, and this is Smokey, Steve, and Marc. Well, yes, it is. Welcome, 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 or welcome back. Nice to see you. I was so excited to see you today because y'all know my favorite season of all is literally right around the corner, and we're getting ready for autumn. Yes, we are. So the autumn equinox is this Saturday, the 23rd. Do you believe it? I know we've said this before many times, but this year has flown by really, but I am super happy it's autumn. It is my favorite time of the year. I don't know, I just feel better, like, all over. I don't know what it is, just my favorite season, I guess, and I know that it's a lot of other people's favorite season too. So yes, we are getting ready. We have a gorgeous DIY to do tonight, and it's transitional autumn decor. Oh yeah, perfect for autumm, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. And let's see, what else are we gonna do? We're gonna look at 4 really easy ways to dry our herbs and flowers from the garden. And and I've already started in the garden, planting stuff and everything. Those there, the marigolds are in full bloom, just gorgeous, aren't they? And I put some mums in. I have a red one and a real bright yellow one there. And then I decided to do an aster this year. I never planted an aster, so I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Overall, I really like how the garden looks, and we have morning glories. We do. Remember how late we planted them? Well, we have blooms, so I'm excited about that too. And then, you know what? I get a lot of questions about these. What are they? Where do you get the seeds? They're actually dwarf zinnias and the autumn mix. And now, I originally purchased the seeds through the Burpee seed catalog, but these ones now are the 6th generation. I mean, I save the seeds every year, and they do really, really well. And I did give them out last year. I sent some out here on the channel last year, and I'm planning on doing that again. I'm going to save all the seeds this year, and it looks like we're going to have a lot. So I will let you know when they are ready. I'll be more than happy to send you a little packet of those seeds. Of course, first come, first serve, but I do think we'll have a lot. I mean, last year I think I sent, 12 maybe out or something, and I more than enough, but we have a few more subscribers this year, so we'll see. We'll see how many we have. So yes, I will definitely let you know when those seeds are ready to go. And and a little garden update. I was able to get a little more done on that retaining wall, about 6 more feet or so, and I got all of the mint in, and we also got all of the thyme in, so next year that should come back pretty nice. Of course, there still is a little ways to go there, but overall it's looking good. And yes, we brought our corn, the ones we planted in a planter. We did 4 of them. We brought them up and put them on the porch on all 4 corners. Looking autumny. And we have a little update for you, our peanut plant. So, such a fascinating plant, right? Oh my goodness. So, these little shoots here, or runners, these will burrow down into the ground there, and that's where the peanuts grow. And there's several of them. There's a lot of them in there. And let's see if we can... I'm going to see if I can... Okay. Oh, there he... Oh, I don't want to disturb him, but there he is. Can you see him? That's the peanut growing under there. How cool is that, right? And that's the update on our peanut plant and our ginger. Oh, doing good. These are the ones that we planted back in Christmas in July with just the little, the ginger root there. And this is the one that I planted about, I would say about a month and a half before that. So, very, very cool. That ginger, that'll be ready to harvest. It usually takes about maybe 8 to 10 months before you can harvest the ginger root to use, So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that in the next few months. And, the peanut plant too, we'll be able to harvest those peanuts when the plant completely dies. So as it gets colder and colder out, I'm kind of monitoring and watching to bring the plants inside, and we ordered 2 plant stands, pretty long, big multi-tiered plant stands, and we think we're going to put all of the plants in the bedroom actually, because there's a nice big window in there. And I think they'll be okay throughout the winter. Well, that and taking half of them to my office too, it's already a jungle in my office, but hey, why not a few more? Everybody has to have a place, right? But I'll tell you, one of my favorite things about autumn, of course, is the harvest from the garden and preserving everything, especially drying those herbs. Oh, yes, I just love preserving my herbs, so we have them all winter long, and it's herbs that we grew ourselves, Now, this will also work, maybe you don't have a garden or grow your own herbs. Well, you can also buy the ones at the grocery store. Sometimes they sell them with roots in soil. Sometimes they sell them in just little packages, You can dry your own that way too if you'd like, But we're going to go over 4 super easy ways to dry your herbs for winter use. And the most obvious way would be in a dehydrator. And in there I have some basil going. And really with any herb, you want to make sure that you, of course, cut them from your garden, bring them inside, wash them real good, dry them off, and then pick off just the leaves, and then you place them in your dehydrator on the lowest setting, and before you know it, you'll have some dried basil. And probably the most basic way of drying would be like this. This is our catnip, and you would just snip them off like that and tie them in a little bunch and hang them upside down from their stems, and let them do their thing. Perfect for flowers too. Y'all know I love my straw flowers. This is probably my favorite dried flower of all. So I have those going. And when you do it like that, you want to take a look at your plant. This is our catnip plant, and just snip it off at the base like that so you have a little bit of a stem left, and then you could wrap that up. And then if you can see here where you cut it, you'll have all new growth for as long as the plant lives. I'm going to bring this inside in the winter and see if I can have it survive until next spring. We'll see, okay? And I have some leaves going that way too, Oh, and speaking of flowers, this is the time of year you want to save your seeds. Now these are marigolds here that I pulled, and just let them dry out. With any flower that you want to save the seeds, you want to let them kind of die a little bit on the plant, and then cut them off and let them dry out completely. These are probably ready to go. And then like these, you would just pull, let's see, yeah, they're ready to go. And those are all of our marigold seeds. Marigolds, zinnias, they're all really easy to save the seeds from year to year. Okay, so 2 other ways to dry our herbs. One of them you could do right in the oven. Come on, let me show you what I did here. Oh yes, this is our parsley, all ready to go. And really, you would just do the same thing you did with the basil. Bring them in, wash them, clean them, snip them off. Put them in the oven on the lowest possible setting you can. If you have a light bulb in there, perfect. Turn the light bulb off, put them in, close the door, and let them do their thing. If you want to put it on the lowest setting, just keep checking back every hour or so to see if they get to a consistency like this, where you can take them and crumble them right in your hand, right? And well, I guess probably really the most basic way would be just to air dry your herbs, right? And for that, we have our chives. Now, I just cut these from the garden, and I washed them all up. And we're just going to take these and we're going to chop them all up. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty, dighty. Okay. And then I just have a regular baking pan here that I put a little parchment on there. And we just put this on here. Spread them out. There we go. Spread them out as best as you can. You know, ideally you want a single layer, but with chives that's not going to happen. There. And then we just take this and put this in like a faraway place, a place that's just out of the way, and let it do its thing. In about a week, we'll have some fresh, dried chives. Oh yes, I used to do the chives at the restaurant this way every single year. Probably 10 or maybe even 20 times this amount we would do, but it was our own chives, and it was really, really good. And also, oh yes, we have quite the bounty of tomatoes for sure. And Steve's been drying them all up, and then he's been grinding them into a tomato powder. There's some on the bottom there that we can use to make tomato sauce and tomato paste. It's so wonderful. What a great way to preserve tomatoes. Just great. Ooh. Don't you just love on them? We got some dried herbs that we grew ourselves. Oh, really cool, huh? So we have our parsley there. You can see it, and our chives and our basil. Oh, it just smells so good. I just love having our own herbs to use, like all through the winter. Oh. Oh, it's so cool. It's really good. Now, of course, I have more than this. I have probably, I'm going to say about 4 times this amount of each of the herbs. And I didn't plant that many herbs, like that much, I should say, in quantity of the herbs. But we still have a pretty good bounty for dried herbs this year, you know. I mean, I always love to use fresh herbs as much as I possibly can. And I always do attempt to have like an indoor herb garden through the winter, but it just never seems to last through the whole winter, you know, no matter what I try with it. So this is the next best thing. So I don't know. That is one of my favorite things about autumn. But you know what? I think my absolute favorite thing about autumn, oh yeah, is decorating. And I just happen to have an awesome DIY. It's transitional too. Oh yes, one wreath, perfect for autumn, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. Yes, we do. It's Transitional Decor time. Remember last year we made the scarecrow slash jack-o'-lantern slash snowman, which is pretty cool. I still have it at work. I just put it up today, actually. And today we're gonna make a wreath that is gonna be just perfect for autumn, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. Just one wreath. It's gonna be awesome. So let's get started, okay? This is what we need. You're gonna need a grapevine wreath like this. Got this at the Dollar Tree, y'all. Oh yeah. And then, in addition to that, you're gonna need some leaves. Now, you could use real leaves or fake leaves. I'm using real leaves because I have a lot of them outside, and well, it's the season. They're all falling. And I did count how many I needed, and you're gonna need about 40 leaves total, okay? All right, then in addition to that, we're going to need some autumny accents, and, you know, like pumpkins and little, you know, beads like that, or berries, and maybe some bows or ribbon for a bow. And then I have some of my, you know, dried flowers from the garden, you know, those straw flowers there. We just dried them, didn't we? And I got these metal signs like this at the Dollar Tree. And this one, these say thankful, harvest, and welcome all in one pack. All right. And that's for our autumn. Well, our autumn and Thanksgiving wreath. Now, for the Halloween wreath, you're going to need the same thing, except in Halloween. And I think I'm going to go with a black and white type of color. So I got these pumpkins. They're pretty cool looking, huh? And, you know, some black berries and maybe some black leaves and spiders. And I have a black bow to use. And just some Halloween-y kind of accents. Halloween-y. And then in addition to that, I picked up these Halloween picks from the Dollar Tree, and they're jack-o'-lanterns, but when you turn them around, they're totally plain. Just perfect for this project, right? Oh gosh. And then of course, you're gonna need your hot glue gun, maybe a pair of scissors. We'll see what else we need as we go along, okay? Oh yes, you're gonna need some jute twine. Or I like to call it jute. This sounds a little more fancy, doesn't it? I guess. I don't know. All right, so let's get started, shall we? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach our Halloween picks, right? And we're going to attach those to the bottom of our grapevine wreath form here, okay? And we're going to attach them. I'm going to put 3 at the bottom here. And you want, like, so this side of it, you know, it'll be the pumpkin. And then on the other side of it, it'll be the jack-o'-lantern. Transitional, right? And I'm just going to attach them with my glue gun. Ta-da! Okay, so I just kind of stacked them a little bit, you know, and then on the back, and there's our jack-o'-lanterns there. And since this had a pick, you know, I just pushed them through the bottom there and attached some hot glue, attached them with some hot glue on top, and we can just cut the pick off right at the bottom like that. All right, so let's get started with our leaves. So what we're going to do now is paint our leaves. Yes, we are. Now, I chose to paint them. Now, if you use the fake leaves, you probably won't have to paint the red and the orange color like I did with these. They weren't really colorful this year yet, and I wanted to give them a little pop of color, so I just used some spray paint and gave them a little bit of spray paint on there just to give them a little bit of color, and it also helps with like preserving them a little bit and making them a little more sturdy to use too. Now you're going to take half of your leaves and you're going to flip them babies over, and you're going to paint them white. And again, I just used spray paint to do that. So we have half all white and the other half we have like with the red and the yellow and that. And they turned out nice, huh? They look really cool. This will be for our Halloween side. All right, so now it's time to attach our leaves. Oh, and to do that, we're gonna start with our largest leaves first, and we're gonna kind of just place them, you know, in a pattern that we like. I'm going like, you know, like not the whole way around. I'm just going to go at the bottom and have them kind of fan out this way, you know. And we're going to take our smaller leaves and we're going to just kind of put them on top until we get the desired look that we want. And then we're going to take our hot glue gun and glue them all down. Okay. I think that is good. Okay, all right, so now it's time to do our accents, like our little, you know, our little pumpkins. I think I'm going to use some of my dried flowers, actually. I think that'll look pretty nice. Maybe some pumpkins there, and we also have these orange berries. Whatever design you like, let's go ahead and do that now. I know I'm going to use these. Again. All right, so that's just kind of an idea there, you know. I had from outside I had a pine cone and some acorns here and some little squiggly things, and I did use the orange berries there. I think that's a nice combination there because of the sparkly orange here. We added some orange there too. But I like how it turned out. I put the bow on top there as well. Bow's totally optional, by the way. And that's our autumn side there. So now we're gonna talk about our metal signs, the harvest, and what we're gonna use for this is harvest, and we're gonna use spooky, and we're gonna use thankful. And I just turned them backwards, and I used the hot glue gun, and I just attached some jute twine there to make it be able to hang, okay? And then we're gonna switch this out as we turn the turn it around. So now I'm just gonna hang it right on our bow like that to kind of tie it all together. Here, I'll make it a little more even there. Tie it all together there, and we have our harvest wreath. Okay, so now it's time to turn this sucker around, and we're going to do the exact same thing as we did for our autumn wreath, but for our Halloween wreath. And we're going to be using our white leaves. But before we glue those leaves down, okay, we're going to take a black Sharpie marker, and we're going to take, say, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 leaves. And we're just going to kind of, well, what we're going to do is, we're going to make them into ghosts. Pretty spooky, huh? So I didn't use the black and white pumpkins, but I did use pretty much everything else. The black and the orange berries. I put a little skull in the center there, a white one, to tie it together with the white leaves and our little leaf ghosts. And instead of a bow, I decided to go ahead with like a little, swag looking thing here with regular leaves to kind of tie it all together there. Looks cool. And really, that's about it. So why don't we take a look at all of them? We have autumn. Dun, dun. And then to make it Halloween, we simply take off our harvest sign there, spin her around, and we add our spooky sign. And we have our Halloween wreath. But wait, Thanksgiving's coming, right? So all we do is take our little spooky sign off, spin her back around, and then we change our sign to thankful. Like that. How cool is that? And of course, you have a couple turkeys or something, just like maybe put them on there too. But I really like how this turned out. And of course, I hope you do too. And there you have it, our autumn transitional wreath. Autumn, autumn, autumm. Nah, you know what? I do like how it turned out. I'm glad it turned out nice, because this is another one of those projects that was like up in my head, and I was unsure if it would turn out right or not, and I didn't have a chance to practice before we did it here on Mondays with Marc. And usually I do. Usually I try to make something first, and then when I make a video out of it, I do it again, and then I know what I'm doing. But I just had this idea of making ghosts out of leaves, and I thought, I don't know if that's gonna. But you know what? It turned out nice, and I'm kind of happy with it. Ooh, you gotta let me know if you try this, okay? I want to see pictures. So, oh my goodness, and you know what? Leaf projects are so fun at autumn time, and there's so many things you can do with leaves. Like, check this DIY out. It's so easy to do. You just take leaves, either real or fake, and Mod Podge them on the outside of a mason jar, and that's it. It looks so much harder than it really is, and they're so beautiful when they're lit up. And how about some, like, a leaf canvas. What a great idea. You could use like old reclaimed wood, or gosh, even just some cardstock or foam core or an old picture frame, or just a canvas, and have some leaves falling down just to put something like, on the wall for a little decor. Real easy, nice to do. Pretty cool. I like those ideas. So, oh my goodness, I had such a nice time with you today. Oh, celebrating the beginning of autumn. Oh, it's so great. And how about you? Are you decorating for autumn? Oh, we want to see. Send us some pictures. If we'll share them next week, and see if you have your mums out, do you have some corn stalks out. Oh, we want to see them. So, yeah, send me some pictures, okay? Okay. All right, I'm done talking, okay? Because you know how I can be yapping away. Oh, my goodness. But, I hope you had a nice time today. I know that I did. And so definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? And that notification bell so you know when we have a new video coming out. All of our contact information is listed right down below. That's our P.O. box and also our email address. If you have any questions on what we did today, just shoot me an email. And down below will be all the information if you'd like to grab yourself a Smokey Steve and Marc Good Vibes t-shirt. We still have a few of those left. And check us out over on X and Facebook and Instagram. Everybody, you have a fantastic week. Next time I see you on Mondays with Marc, it will be autumn officially. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, everybody.